Talk to us about how preseason went. Obviously, you had a break. That was obviously, I think, really, really good for you. Talk to us about having that break and how preseason went in your eyes.
Yeah, first and foremost, the break was really good for me, physically and mentally, I think, to take time away from soccer. The coaches had a physical program that was sent out to most of the guys, and I told them that I was pretty much going to take the first 5 weeks to do absolutely nothing, and I had their blessing, which was good. So that felt good for me personally. And then to get back into preseason, I was itching and ready to go because it was still a long off season, more than I was used to. But preseason was a huge success. I think we won majority of our games. We scored a lot of goals. We added some sophistication to our game with a new formation that we can use tactically. So overall, very good.
Last year, a lot of the starting 11s were basically the same every week, with guys like you and Dax and Felipe, playing 90 minutes almost every week. So Jesse's talked a lot about squad rotation this year. Do you think someone like a Sean Davis or Tyler Adams can help to lighten that workload for you?
Yeah, I think we've said this pretty much since day one, that Sean Davis is the guy that at any team in MLS, he'd probably be a starter, but it's unfortunate for him that we have such a good midfield, but he's been pushing the guys every day in training. He comes to training with the best attitude, he works hard, and he's going to have a lot more time to play this season, and I'm sure he's going to shine. But there's more than just him. We've got a lot of guys. Jesse has talked about even the 4 guys at the outside back position. There's going to be rotation there. There's probably 6 to 7 or 8 of us in the attack that can only play in 4 spots. So there's going to be a lot of rotation. And look, I'm the type of guy that wants to play every game, but I also know that this rotation is going to help the team in the long run, and maybe even help me personally in the long run of this season and in my career. So I think it'll be a good thing for us to have that depth.
Talk to us about the new formation and what you are being charged with doing slightly differently in it.
Yeah, we've kind of practiced playing in a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2-2, if you want to call it that. Jesse has told me that I can play in any of the 6 attacking positions, so to have that flexibility for me personally is good, but also for the team. So when I'm playing in the deeper of the 2, whether it's with Dax or Felipe or Sean Davis, it's more about controlling the game. The next 2, it's about maybe pinching inside more and being almost like a number 10 still, but maybe just in a slightly wider position. And then when you play up top, it's more about making runs off the ball and trying to get on the end of plays. So for the most part, soccer is still soccer. And to me, I feel like you can put me on the field anywhere, and I'll figure out how to play in the game, and I'll figure out how to make a difference. And we have a lot of guys that are really smart and are able to do that as well. So for us, it's just building about that sophistication tactically, where we can maybe change things up and surprise teams a little bit more than what we could last season.
Great. Best of luck. Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you.
When you think back to last year, and especially that Columbus series where you guys came really close and just lost at the final whistle, is that something that you look back on and draw for motivation, or do you kind of tuck it away and say that was last year, let's focus on 2016?
Well, I think maybe when we get to the playoffs, we'll start to think about last year's playoff series and how we can draw on that. But we also have to remember that 9 seconds into a game, we went down 1-0, and we don't want to do that ever again, whether it's in a friendly or a regular season game or in the Open Cup or anything like that. So the concentration always has to be there, the mentality always has to be there, and we have to know that any type of mistakes can be punished at the highest level. So overall, we draw from that series for sure, but we're going to take everything we did last season into account in order to be better this season.